Good morning, dear colleagues. I'm delighted to have the opportunity today to talk about how artificial intelligence can be integrated into early childhood education to foster inclusion. My name is Adile Gülşah Saranlı, and I teach and conduct research as an associate professor in early childhood education at TED University, Turkey. My scholarly interests center on artificial intelligence in early childhood education, as well as differentiation, enrichment, and gifted education. In today's presentation, I will focus specifically on the AI literacy of early childhood teachers in relation to inclusive education. For decades, inclusive education for every classroom has been a desire, a vision of classrooms where every child can learn and thrive together. But with artificial intelligence, this vision is no longer distant. AI has the potential to tailor learning experiences so that inclusion becomes an everyday reality, not just an ideal. Let me take you into one such classroom. Imagine Miss Ayşe, a preschool teacher. In her class of 20 children, she has a boy with hearing difficulties, a girl with extraordinary mathematical talent, a child with autism who depends on structure, and many others with their own strengths and needs. Her dream is simple yet powerful: to reach every child where they are and to make each of them feel valued. But her time, her resources, and teaching methods are limited. Here, AI opens new possibilities. A speech-to-text tool helps the boy with hearing challenges follow conversations. Adaptive learning applications keep the gifted girl engaged with stimulating problems. Visual scheduling apps give structure and comfort to the child with autism. And storytelling AI creates shared experiences that bring the entire class together. Yet, one challenge remains. Without sufficient AI literacy, teachers like Miss Ayşe cannot fully unlock these opportunities. This brings us to the central question of our research. What do we actually know about early childhood teachers' AI literacy, and how prepared are they to use AI for inclusion? In my presentation today, we will investigate the answer of this question. Let's start with a short introduction to inclusive AI. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence technologies has created new opportunities for enhancing educational practices, particularly in inclusive early childhood education settings. Early childhood educators are increasingly expected to integrate AI tools to support diverse learners, including children with special educational needs and those from multilingual or culturally diverse backgrounds. However, the successful implementation of AI in these contexts requires teachers to possess specific AI literacy skills that go beyond basic digital competencies. AI literacy in the context of early childhood education encompasses the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary for teachers to effectively understand, evaluate, and utilize AI technologies to support learning and inclusion. And this includes understanding AI capabilities and limitations, selecting appropriate AI tools for diverse learners, and integrating AI in pedagogically sound ways that support inclusive practices. In the light of this introduction, our research question is: what are the artificial intelligence literacy skills of early childhood teachers regarding using AI for inclusive education? And the specific objectives are to identify current AI literacy levels among early childhood educators, examine AI tools and applications used for inclusive education in early childhood education, analyze barriers and facilitators to AI adoption in early childhood settings, synthesize best practices for AI integration in inclusive early childhood education, and lastly, identify gaps in current research and practice. A comprehensive search strategy was developed to identify relevant literature published between January 2018 and September 2025. The search was conducted across multiple academic databases. For example, with EBSCOhost, ERIC, Web of Science, and Scopus, we used the search terms artificial intelligence literacy, early childhood teachers, inclusive education, preschool, and kindergarten. For Google Scholar search, we used the Boolean query, artificial intelligence or AI literacy or digital literacy, and early childhood or preschool or kindergarten, and teachers or educators, and inclusive education or special needs. And we used PubMed also. We attempted searches with various combinations of terms related to digital literacy, early childhood, and inclusive education. We have some inclusion and exclusion criteria, of course. Our inclusion criteria, studies published between 2008 and 2025, focusing on early childhood, preschool, or kindergarten teachers, AI literacy, digital literacy, or technology skills content. These are the words that we searched. Inclusive education or special needs education context, peer-reviewed articles, conference papers, reports, and English language publications are included. And studies before 2018 focusing on elementary school teachers or higher education, general technology without AI focus, non-inclusive education contexts, non-peer-reviewed sources, non-English publications are excluded. Title and abstract screening was conducted in order to select the studies using AI-powered analysis to evaluate relevance against inclusion criteria. Each paper was assessed for screening decision, include, exclude, or uncertain, relevance score 1 to 10, justification and key themes, and data extraction focused on study characteristics, participant information, AI literacy findings, barriers and facilitators, and recommendations. A narrative synthesis approach was employed to analyze and integrate findings across included studies, focusing on thematic analysis of AI literacy levels, tools and applications, barriers and facilitators, and best practices. And finally, the initial search yielded 120 papers from all of the search engines. PubMed search did not yield results due to technical limitations. After title and abstract screening, relevant studies were identified and included in the synthesis. You can find the detailed table in our research article as well. Okay, let's look at the current AI literacy levels among early childhood teachers. Unfortunately, there is a limited practical knowledge related with this area. Early studies consistently report that early childhood teachers have limited practical AI knowledge and uneven experience with AI tools, which significantly constrains adoption in classroom settings. Teachers commonly report insufficient understanding of AI capabilities and limited hands-on experience with AI applications designed for educational use. Also, there is a positive attitude despite this low readiness. Despite limited technical knowledge, many pre-service and in-service early childhood teachers maintain positive attitudes toward AI's potential benefits for learning and inclusion. However, this optimism often coexists with low readiness to implement AI tools without appropriate training and support. Research demonstrates that structured professional development can significantly improve teachers' AI literacy. On the other hand, a notable study by Jie et al. Implemented a MOOC Plus theme lecture artificial intelligence tutoring project practice model, which produced measurable increases in preschool teachers' AI literacy and high satisfaction with training content as well. Also, teachers working in inclusive or special needs settings face additional skill gaps and require domain-specific training to effectively apply AI as assistive support for diverse learners. This highlights the need for specialized professional development that addresses the unique requirements of inclusive early childhood education. There are some AI tools and applications in inclusive early childhood education. Let's look at them. Research documents a diverse range of AI tools used for inclusive early childhood settings, though most evidence comes from pilot studies and design projects rather than large-scale implementations. Social robots and embodied agents are increasingly used for social interaction, guided activities, and tangible programming experiences designed for young children, and these tools show particular promise for supporting children with social communication challenges and providing structured learning experiences. Also, there are some AI-powered creative tools too. Applications like Culture Craft demonstrate how AI can scaffold multimodal play, provide cultural resources, and enhance teacher-child interactions. And these tools emphasize supporting teacher facilitation rather than replacing pedagogical judgment. Also, there are some assistive AI technologies too. AI-powered assistive tools offer language supports, adaptive prompts, and personalized scaffolds specifically designed for children with special educational needs. However, these tools often require significant customization to be effective for diverse learners. And teacher training and curriculum tools, another important factor in early childhood education. MOOCs, curriculum toolkits, and competency frameworks represent important AI applications for teacher professional development. And these resources help teachers develop both technical skills and pedagogical knowledge for AI integration. And unfortunately, there are some barriers to AI adoption too. Let's look at them briefly. Multiple recurring obstacles prevent routine AI use in inclusive early childhood classrooms, unfortunately. First of all, teacher competence barriers are obvious. Low AI knowledge and limited hands-on experience reduce teacher confidence to adopt AI tools effectively. This competence gap is particularly pronounced in inclusive settings where teachers need specialized knowledge to adapt AI tools for diverse learners. Another barrier is technical infrastructure limitations. Inadequate devices, connectivity problems, and IT support significantly limit AI deployment in early childhood settings. Many programs lack the technical infrastructure necessary to support AI applications reliably. Another barrier is lack of standards and guidance. Vague AI literacy requirements and few age-appropriate curricula or implementation manuals create uncertainty for teachers and administrators. Naturally, the absence of clear standards makes it difficult to develop coherent professional development programs. Another barrier is contextual fit for inclusion. Many AI tools are rarely tailored to meet the specific needs of children with special educational needs or those from linguistically and culturally diverse backgrounds. This lack of inclusive design limits the effectiveness of AI tools in diverse early childhood settings. Let's talk about the facilitators and best practices a little bit. Research identifies several concrete facilitators and pedagogical strategies that support successful AI integration. First of all, sustained professional development is very important. Multi-component professional development combining online learning, hands-on practice, and ongoing coaching shows the greatest promise for developing AI literacy. The MOOC plus TAIP model demonstrates how structured, sustained training can effectively build teacher competence. Also, co-design approach is another important facilitator. Involving teachers, involving caregivers, and involving technologists in designing AI applications ensures cultural appropriateness and special needs accommodation. Co-design approaches help create tools that are more likely to be adopted and used effectively. Another facilitator is activity-based learning. Emphasizing activity-based, embodied experiences with robots, agents, and creative tools helps teachers understand classroom applications and adapt tasks for diverse learners. Hands-on experience is crucial for building teacher confidence and competence. Another facilitator is clear competency frameworks. Developing and adopting teacher AI competency standards that specify knowledge, skills, and attitudes, along with age-appropriate curricula, provides essential guidance for training and assessment. In order to discuss all these information, let's give you some headlines. The first one is current state of AI literacy. The evidence reveals a significant gap between the potential of AI technologies for inclusive early childhood education and teachers' current readiness to implement these tools effectively. While teachers demonstrate positive attitudes toward AI, their limited practical knowledge and experience create substantial barriers to adoption. Also, professional development imperatives are important. The success of interventions like the MOOC plus TAIP model suggests that targeted, multi-component professional development can effectively address AI literacy gaps. However, such programs remain limited in scope and availability, highlighting the need for systematic investment in teacher preparation. Also, inclusive design considerations are very important too. The research emphasizes that AI tools must be specifically designed for or adapted for inclusive early childhood contexts. Generic AI applications are often insufficient or meeting the diverse needs of young learners with varying abilities, languages, and cultural backgrounds. Infrastructure and support requirements are also very, very important. Successful AI integration requires more than teacher training. It demands adequate technical infrastructure, ongoing support, and institutional commitment to creating conditions that enable effective implementation. We have to change the policy and we have to establish clear AI literacy standards for early childhood educators. That's for sure. We have to invest in technical infrastructure necessary to support AI applications. We should develop funding mechanisms for AI tools and professional development. And last but not least, we should create quality assurance frameworks for AI applications in early childhood settings. In conclusion, this systematic literature review reveals that while early childhood teachers demonstrate positive attitudes toward AI for inclusive education, significant gaps exist in their AI literacy skills. The evidence suggests that targeted professional development interventions can effectively improve teacher competence, but such programs remain limited in scope and availability. And key findings indicate that successful AI integration in inclusive early childhood education requires, first, multi-component professional development, combining theory, practice, and ongoing support. Co-design approach that involve teachers, families, and technologists is very important. AI tools specifically designed or adapted for inclusive early childhood contexts are important. Adequate technical infrastructure, adequate institutional support, clear competency frameworks, and quality standards. We should have to try to reach these goals. The field would benefit from increased research investment in controlled studies of professional development interventions, development of validated assessment tools, and investigation of long-term implementation outcomes. As AI technologies continue to evolve, ensuring that early childhood educators are prepared to use these tools effectively for inclusive education remains a critical priority. And future efforts should focus on scaling evidence-based professional development models, developing inclusive AI applications, and creating supportive policy and infrastructure environments that enable all early childhood teachers to harness AI's potential for supporting diverse learners. Let me end with a short story. Imagine a little boy named Dennis, and he is 5 years old and has a hearing challenge. In his classroom, he often feels left out of the conversations. But one day, his teacher uses a simple speech-to-text tool powered by AI. For the first time, Dennis follows the discussion without missing a word. His smile shows us what inclusion truly means. Now picture Gökçe, a gifted girl in the same class. She is always curious, always asking for more. Through an adaptive AI learning app, she receives challenges that spark her imagination, and she feels both seen and supported. These moments remind us of something profound. AI is not about replacing teachers. It is about giving them new ways to reach every child where they are. So as we reflect on AI literacy in early childhood education, I invite you to carry this question with you. How can we ensure that every teacher has the skill to make stories like Deniz's and Elif's possible? If we equip every early childhood education teacher with the AI literacy they need, we are not only enhancing classrooms, we are shaping a future where inclusion is no longer a dream, but a lived reality for every child. I am deeply grateful to the conference organizers for making this presentation possible, and all of you for your attention throughout my presentation. If you are interested in talking or working together on these topics, I warmly welcome you to reach out to me. And before closing, I would also be delighted to hear your insights. In your opinion, what is the most important skill early childhood teachers need to develop in order to use AI effectively for inclusion? Please feel free to share your reflections in the discussion or comment section. I would truly value the chance to read and learn from your perspectives. Thank you so much for your participation.